In this episode, we're gonna look at ducks and geese. Yeah, waterfowl on the farm. Stay tuned. Welcome back to Pine Meadows Hobby Farm. I'm your host, Jerry Hansen. I got this beautiful pond feature that came with the farm when I bought the farm, and I added some ducks and geese. Let's just hang out with the ducks and geese. I got a variety of them. I have one variety of geese. This is a American buff goose. These are a medium-sized goose. They were developed for the American Homestead because they've got a great disposition. They're very oriented to their home. And they love their people. Unlike other geese breeds that they hate the world and everything in it that is. Have you ever been bit by a goose or pinched by a goose? Yeah. That is a male and a female. The male is a gander, the female is a goose. Now I have one variety of duck that I carry on my homestead. This is a duck, which is a female, and she is a Pekin, or Pekin, P-E-K-I-N. I can tell her by the way she carries herself and also her quack. And this is her husband. He's called a drake. And drakes are noted for a curly feather that happens on the tail. These guys have lost theirs. And there's Puddles right there. And joining Puddles, it's Pip and Squeak. Puddles has matured, not quite got his full quack. He's more of a squeak quack. Of course, Pip and Squeak over there, they just squeak. And there's Mama, and there's Papa. Now, when it comes to waterfowl, a goose will spend half its time foraging on grasses, bugs, leaves, whatever they can find, and about 50% of their time in the pond. Unlike the ducks, spend a majority of their time in the water, dabbling and dunking and dipping and doing duck things. Yep, they spend about 80% of their time in the water and 20% of their time on land looking for bugs and slugs, but mainly they can get frogs in it. My pond is full of frogs, and I've got some minnows in there for them to chase down and eat, and those babies are going to get plenty of protein. statistics on that pond. It measures 30 feet wide, 40 feet long, and about 8 feet deep at its deepest. It fills up with water from spring runoff and winter runoff, and I maintain a static level in the pond by just adding water from our garden hose about an hour a day. That's all it's needed to keep it full. The chicken coop and the barn were the first buildings I erected on this homestead when I purchased the homestead. And yes, it did come with a pond. Those plants you see on the lower right hand part of the screen, well, those are very beneficial. Those are the plants that monarch butterflies love. Yep, those are milkweed. I do not do anything with the milkweed. I just let it grow. Those ducklings are about 2 weeks old. I don't know what the gender are. And this is their second day on the pond. They spent their first night out on the farm with the other waterfowl all night long for the first time. And that's their big brother, Puddles. Now Puddles, the gender, I think Puddles is a boy, also known as a drake. Now the parents, that's the drake on the left and the duck on the right, mom and dad. And they have the behavior of W.C. Fields and Mae West in Go Away Kid, You Bother Me. They don't tolerate the little ones too well. They're a selfish couple. The pond is my favorite setting in the backyard. Sit on my back porch, relax, and just watch the waterfowl be waterfowl on the pond. The water's a little murky. I have plans of adding aquatic plants, which are beneficial in the balance of water, especially ponds. They will clean up the water and purify it. I'm also adding some crayfish. In some areas, they call them rock lobsters. We do have them in creeks and streams around our place. I do have a couple of western pond turtles that make this pond home. And every once in a while, we'll be visited by a crane and an egret. Or a blue herring, great blue herring, and a great big white crane, or egret. It really gives me a lot of joy to watch those little ducklings go out and be ducklings. And I can come out here and just relax on my porch swing and just enjoy the view and the entire ambiance of my backyard right here on Pine Meadows Hobby Farm. I'm your host, Jerry Hansen. Stay tuned to more videos. You can do that by subscribing, clicking that bell icon that alerts you to new videos as I upload them. Give us a thumbs up. Click that share button. Sharing my videos on your social media platforms helps us out. Remember, be safe, always be kind, and stay tuned for some little shorts on Pip and Squeak hatching, and also Pip and Squeak going on a safari adventure. Yeah, you don't want to miss that. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye now.